Hello, today is Sunday, March 11th. It's the 10th day of the Baha'i Fast, and more than halfway done. So that's great news. Not that I'm not enjoying it, I am enjoying it. This has been a very powerful time. There's been so much going on, so many openings and shifts in my life, and great blessings. It's been really, really wonderful, but it's also been difficult. As I mentioned in one of my previous quotes, that on the surface, the Baha'i Fast can be difficult and toilsome, but inward it's joy and bounty. And so my condition is continuing to improve. I'm almost all better. I still have some congestion and a little bit of a cough still, not too bad. So I'm improving, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I will be able to continue the fast completely without drinking during the day also. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Today we're going to talk about some of the basic principles of the Baha'i Fast. Depending on where you look, there are either 10 or 12 principles. So I'm going to discuss the 12 main principles. Not really discuss them. I'm going to go down the list briefly. It is Sunday evening and it's a school night for my kids, and they're waiting for dinner right now. But I missed yesterday's video, so I really wanted to get something out quickly so that we have something. So this won't be too long. So the first of the Baha'i principles is the oneness of the world of humanity. And there's many, many teachings about this in the Baha'i faith, that we are all flowers of one garden, we are leaves of one tree. The world of humanity are waves of one sea. And that's really one of the biggest underlying principles of all of the Baha'i faith, is the oneness. Not just the oneness of humanity, but the oneness of all life and of all creation. That everything comes from the same source. And we're all connected. We're all one. The second basic principle is independent investigation of the truth. All must be free to seek out truth in their own way, and not take somebody else's word for it, but use your own mind and your intellect to determine whether a truth is valid for you. The third basic principle is the foundation of all religions are one. And that goes back to the oneness, that God is one. There is one creator, and all the religions come from the same source. And they were revealed to humanity at different times, like grades in the school, beginning with kindergarten at the time of Adam, and going up through the progressive revelations, the teachings of Abraham and Moses and Krishna and Buddha and Zoroaster and Jesus Christ and Muhammad, all the way up to the Bab and Baha'u'llah. The fourth basic principle is that religion must be the source of unity. If it's not, then it's said in the sacred text that it's better if religion did not exist at all. If it doesn't bring people together, if it divides them and drives them apart, then it's better if it does not exist at all. The fifth basic principle is that religion must be in accord with science and reason, because both religion and spiritual teachings and science are both seeking truth, and the truth is one also. So religion and science are like two hands of one being. The sixth basic principle is the equality of men and women. And Abdul-Baha, who is the son of the prophet of Baha'u'llah, he has a beautiful quote that says, "Humanity is like a great bird, and only if both of its wings, of male and female, are in balance and working together, can it take flight and soar into the heavens." The seventh basic principle is the removal of all prejudice. Not just racial prejudice, but religious, national, political prejudice as well. We've got a visitor here, special guest. Come here. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Anything you'd like to say?
Not really.
No? All right. You having fun?
Yeah, except I'm just playing basketball.
Okay. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll be done soon and we'll get some dinner, okay?
Okay.
That's my boy, Daniel. The eighth basic principle is universal peace. Universal peace, beginning within one's own heart and spreading through the world. The ninth basic principle is universal education. And the teachings of the Baha'i Faith really stress the importance of everybody receiving education, because it's through education that we will advance as a species, as a civilization. And so it's very important that all children receive education. The 10th basic principle is a spiritual solution to the economic problems of the world and the elimination of the extremes of poverty and wealth, so that we can have equity and balance throughout the world. The 11th basic principle is a universal language, so that we may all communicate and know the hearts of the others. A race can only understand the heart of another when it can speak the same language. And the 12th basic principle is an international tribunal, or Parliament of Nations. In fact, the original idea of the United Nations came from the teachings of the Baha'i Faith. And I know that the United Nations today is really very political and divisive, but the concept is correct. The basic concept of all of the nations of the world coming together to promote peace and ensure the peace and the prosperity of all the world, and to prevent war, so that if one of the nations should be an aggressor and start a war, all the rest of the nations of the world should rise up to stop them and end that war. And thus, universal peace can be established. The first part of that is an enforced peace, but eventually that will evolve into a way of life, a way of consciousness, where we will no longer need to enforce the peace. It will come naturally to all human beings. And there will be no more war or violence or aggression or crime or poverty or hunger or lack or wanting, when all the peoples of the world can come together and take care of one another with love and harmony and joy and peace. And with that, I leave you until tomorrow. Namaste.